Welcome, one and all, to the newest episode of Tommy's Talk. Two very special guests here with me today, Mr. Nate Weeks and Austin Wesneske from Bridgeland High School. Guys, thank you guys for coming on today.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Tommy.
Of course.
So I wanted to talk to you guys. You were the first graduating class at Bridgeland, class of 2020, and both of you guys played on the varsity basketball team for a number of years. So kind of starting that program, coming over from Cy Ranch, what was it like? What kind of precedent did you try and set for the younger kids?
Nate, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. It's definitely a real different field than Cy Ranch because we both started Cy Ranch our freshman year, and it came in and obviously it was nothing, but I think had a good coaching staff and they had good goals and they wanted to lead us, and obviously we didn't find the success that we wanted over there, but I think Bridgeland is set for good things.
It's a pretty solid. Yeah, I think I can agree with Nate. We kind of came in not really expecting anything. We didn't really know what to expect, especially coming from a pretty established high school, coming into something where we're having to establish our own goals and stuff. And so it was definitely challenging. But I think the way after going through our first 3 years and getting it all done, I think we did all right. I mean, we set some goals. And I think we set the ground floor for the future of Bridgeland. So,
yeah, absolutely. I want to talk about your guys' different playing styles. Now, Nate, you're more of a point forward, if you will. I remember your sophomore year, you were one of the better passers that I've ever seen. Austin, you were the nitty-gritty kind of guy. You were there to get rebounds. And then your senior year, you especially developed that three-point shot. So bringing these unique games together, how do you think that built the team how it is? And would you say that Bridgeland has a specific type of play that fits your play, or is it more open?
I think basketball always hasn't been my number one sport, but I've always been playing sports my whole life, and so I kind of found my role on the team. I'm not the person that's gonna take it down the court and score on you like that. I'm more of a down under the rim. And once I figured that out, I think that's when everything started clicking. Because I'm not gonna do stuff that I don't think I can and can't do. I'm gonna do exactly what I need to do, and I think that's kind of led to our success, or as much success as we could have had. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with that to an extent. Kind of like me finding my role at Bridgeland was kind of different because I had, like you said, kind of a unique playing style, I guess. And then everything kind of changed throughout my years because, I got Cam Clardy, who was, hoed out of the district MVP, in my opinion. Cam
Clardy
was
sure.
greatest player in Cy Fair, maybe the greatest player Cy Fair's ever seen. No offense to Aaron.
Sure.
Cam Clardy. So, everything changed throughout my time, but, just I try my best to just find my role and get my minutes in where I could, and try to impact the team positively.
So De'Aaron Fox and Cam Clardy one-on-one. You guys are taking Cam?
I'm taking Cam, the young legs. De'Aaron's
for
getting old.
sure, De'Aaron has a few years on him, but I think Cam still got it. He's got that outline hard. He's going to beat him one-on-one.
Did you say Nate could beat him one-on-one?
Oh, no. No, only Cam Clardy.
that would be a matchup that I would pay to watch. So looking back on your years of varsity play and even JV play, I know that's how you guys started. Both of you guys, if you had to pick one game that you would say was your best game or your favorite game that you've played in, what would it be?
My favorite game probably would be our first year of varsity, the Cy Hoops tournament. Yeah, because I used to always go to the Sahibs tournament like when I was little, so it's pretty cool to play in that. And then we lost our first 2 games in our last game. It was literally to not get last place, but we played Hyde Park, and we're the 2 new schools. And it was the first time playing each other, and it came down to the wire. And Caleb Caesar, he's on to different things, but he hit the buzzer beater, and we beat Park, and it was like our first decent win as a varsity team. I think that was a fun game.
Yeah, I can agree on that. No, but I think definitely one of my favorites had to be, this past year beating Ranch, kind of like a monumental win. We're coming in, I wouldn't say underdogs, but, new school, you get that kind of feel. And so, especially having Ranch as our rivals, I think that beating Ranch was kind of like the icing on the cake type thing, kind of taking over. So that had to be the favorite.
Absolutely. Would you say that, when you go and play teams like Ranch, that there's a different level of preparation that you guys would have, or is there a different mindset that you go heading into that day?
I mean, you definitely want to treat all opponents the same and have the same level of preparation for every game. But, yeah, absolutely. When you go play
Win every game.
Ranch in any sport from Bridgeland, it's different.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're not going – you go into game wanting to win, but, Ranch, that's like a must-win. That's just how it is. And that's how it is for any rival teams. You want to go in there. You have a different level of expectations. Like, you're gonna run them off the court,
Absolutely. And both 2 wins this year against the district rival, Sire Ranch. Those were 2 of my favorite games to be at as well. Another game I want to talk about is the Vandergriff game. Nate, I don't know if you were with us there.
I was.
So when you guys had to play a top prospect like Greg Brown, and obviously, you guys played really well in that first half, but then things just kind of slipped out of hand. What is it when you went into that game? Obviously, sometimes people can get starstruck because a guy like Greg, going to UT and probably going to be in the NBA in the next couple of years. What kind of mindset do you need to have going into a game like that?
You just got to treat it like any other game. I mean, Cam Clardy will probably be in the NBA in a couple years too. So it's just kind of like we got our own star on our team, So like they have a star, but it's just you can't treat him special. You can't feel any differently about him, even when the refs do and they refer to him as Greg.
Oh yeah,
that was questionable. But
if the refs are calling him by his first name, something's up over there, man. It's just awesome. Yeah, no, but I agree. You do have to respect his level of like athleticism is like off the charts. It's kind of a once in a lifetime. You got that type of generational that talent that he has. It's insane. But going into those games, you can't be afraid of like playing against him. He's probably bigger than just about anybody you're going to go against, faster than everybody. But you gotta be aggressive. You gotta be confident in yourself and your skills and being able to stop them. And so that's just really kind of my take on how to play, guys like him.
So do you guys think that – I know this was a big topic in the locker room after that game. Do you think if you had a rematch against that team in the playoffs that you guys could have pulled out a win?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Definitely.
Going into that tournament, we really had we can like practice against, we can, key on whatever he was doing, whatever else was doing. It was kind of just walk in there and see how we do type thing. But I think if we were able to have like a week of practice going into that game, I think 100% we have a really good chance of beating him.
Yeah, the rest of that team was complete garbage. If we would have game planned, we would have beat them. They all sucked except for him.
Oh, I would love to see a Bridgeland Vandy rematch. Moving on, though, you guys are heading off to college. Nate, I know you played CFSA ball this past year. Over 20 points, over 10 rebounds. You're overall stud in that league. Austin, I don't know if you played in that league either. But are we going to be able to see you guys hitting the rec courts over at A&M for you, Nate, and UT for you, Austin?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah. I'm coming home with some intramural trophies. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna bring home some hardware for sure.
Yeah, no, me and Alex are gonna have to run it up at UT.
I was about to say, you're going to be teaming up with Alex Butler. Are you guys looking forward to playing together again?
Oh, yeah. No, me and Alex, we've been planning on rooming together. And so, of course, we're going to have to run it up in intramurals. And I think I'm going to try out for the club volleyball team, just get out there and tear it up, use the talents.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's say, guys from either of your colleges walk up to you. They hand you a walk-on scholarship offer to play on the basketball team. You guys taking it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I would.
Nate?
It's a no doubter, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I think I get my second chance one-on-one against Greg Brown again because he's going to UT. I'm going to have to come on one time to be able to prove myself.
I would love to see that one-on-one matchup. I'll personally come back down to Texas to watch that. So now between the two of you guys, Austin, I know you said you have a high level of confidence playing one-on-one against Greg Brown. Nate, you have the height advantage. So between the two of you guys, we'll say a series of 7 of one-on-one. Who's winning the 4 games?
It's a sweep. I'm beating Austin.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I would say that. I think I have the endurance to get him in a few games. I feel like it'd be really close. Game 7 would be really nice.
There's no game 7. There's not even a game 5. I'm sweeping.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, we might have to set something up because I don't know. I don't really.
Tommy, we'll send you some videos. It's a sweep.
You know what? You don't even need to send me the videos because I'll be there recording it. I would love to see that 7-game series.
That's what's up.
All right, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun with these questions here. Just to kind of keep it lighthearted. So for the both of you guys, I don't know if you play too many video games, but if there's one that you say you're unbeatable at, what would you say it is?
And you got to answer this because I'm gonna be honest. I don't have
too much of a gamer myself, man. I mean, I've been playing Madden 20 a lot, but not gonna lie, I thought I was nice. But I've got my stuff run by some sophomores on varsity whenever we were in Austin, actually, and I lost a little confidence. So that was tough. But I'm not much of a gamer myself.
Yeah, no, me either, man. I think anybody could take me in any game. I really have no skills on the sticks.
Austin, I remember you making a run at a 2K game when we were at that tournament in Austin. Or was it in Austin or San Antonio? I remember I don't know who you played against, but we were definitely getting on him about how he was getting beat by a kid who's never played it before.
Yeah, I think it might be something like that. I was talking my talk in Austin. I was just trying to get under people's skin,
Absolutely. And going back to the basketball days, obviously aside from the game, there's lots of memories you can make with your teammates. What would you say was the best one that you've made with your team?
I would say probably schooling everybody in putt-putt golf in the Austin tournament. There might be there's a little speculation over the coaches cheating and stuff, but I think we definitely had it. Tommy, you were on my team. It was like me, you, Jason, and Cam, and I think we tore it up.
We definitely won that game. Coach Vocal added about negative 25 points to his team's card so that they could beat us. So
for sure.
Yeah, well, I was a member of that team, and we definitely. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Me and Coach Vocal squad, we went crazy.
I think you only did. I think you only did 16.
It was a 9-hole course, I think.
No, it was 18. I remember, and you guys only did like 16 of them. and Coach Vocal was still yelling about how he won.
Yeah, you can never trust Coach Vocal, man. He's a character. That's why he got his truck toilet paper on during one of the games. So
I have to ask, what went into that? How did that come about?
I think it was just the constant messing around with Coach Vocal. It kind of escalated. I honestly can't remember how it got to that point, but we were just like, all right, it's definitely game time. Like we went to the store, got a few rolls of toilet paper, and we're like, yeah, Coach Vocal, you need to do this. So it's. it was pretty interesting.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate both of you guys for taking the time to come on today. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Looking forward to watching you guys tear it up in the rec league.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate you, Tommy.
All right. Thank you guys once again for coming on, and thank you for watching this episode of Tommy's Talk. We will see you next week.